Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of The Lonely Pod. This is the podcast where I use this platform as an opportunity for me to express how I'm feeling, some of the thoughts that I'm having. As someone that's going through a breakup, who's feeling kind of depressed, it really does suck. And having this platform and having this opportunity to release some of my emotions, some of my thoughts, some of these feelings that I have in my head, it does help me a lot. And in doing so, I hope that maybe there might be some people out there who are going through something similar, and they can find some comfort in knowing that they're not alone, and that someone out there who is going through something similar. And yeah, that's kind of why I made this podcast. So it's been a week since I last recorded one of these podcasts, and for the past 7 days, I think it's getting a little bit easier to let go of the person. It still hurts really bad, and sometimes I still do miss her a lot. And even 5 minutes ago, as I was like meditating, trying to calm myself down to record this podcast, and I started to rethink all those perfect memories that we had together, and it felt like those good memories were just like flashing before my eyes, and it didn't hurt as much anymore. Surprisingly, it didn't make me want to cry. It didn't make me regret the decisions that I made. Like, it sucks that she's gone and I'm not gonna get her back, and all I have left are these memories of her. But for some weird reason, it didn't hurt as much as I thought it would hurt anymore. Maybe because it's already been a month or so since we last broken up, and maybe it's gone a little bit more numb. Maybe I've gotten more used to this pain that I feel. Maybe that's the case, and if that is the case, where I'm more numb and it doesn't hurt as much anymore, then I'll take that as something positive. Like, it allows me to move on. When it doesn't hurt as much anymore, then I think that's where you can allow yourself to move on and work in other areas of your life, or try and find someone new. And maybe that's where I'm at. I don't really know. I don't have the answers to a lot of these questions that I have for myself, but well, I got to do something, right? We all have to do something about this. All this pain that you're going through, and you feel like you won't be able to get out of this situation where you miss that person, you're grieving, and you just can't picture yourself being happy again because that person that you've fallen in love with is gone. And you feel hopeless. And if that's you right now, if that's how you feel, I genuinely do believe that all it takes is just time. And, the more you hang on, the more you endure this pain, because you can't do anything about it. It's there, and you can't compensate and distract yourself from this pain because it's still gonna be there. The fact is that the person isn't coming back, and it's gone, and and I feel like it's useless to try and distract yourself. It's useless to try and compensate by dating other people or doing this, doing that, so you don't feel the pain, because it's always gonna be there. And I'd rather you just rip the band-aid off and accept that the breakup has happened, and just cry your heart out, just release all that emotion and get it out of your system. Because I promise it really does help. It helped me. I don't, it might be different for other people, but it did help me get through this a little bit easier, I think. Like, like a few weeks ago, it was really tough for me, and I'm a student nurse, so I'll have to work in the hospital. I'm kind of forced to work so I could graduate and get my diploma. But while I was working, and when I was fresh out of the relationship, when the breakup was still new, I was really depressed. It was so painful for me. Even during work, when I'm attending my patients, sometimes I just look myself in the mirror and I start crying my heart out. and it hurts bad. So, like every hour or two, I start going to the bathroom just so I could sit down and cry and just release all that emotion. And it helped. It helped. And after I start crying and releasing all that, I start feeling a little less heavy. I start feeling more light. It only lasts for a bit, and then I start feeling sad again. But yeah, it basically just helps me to accept that it happened. And I think doing that is gonna naturally help you heal faster. But until you heal from that breakup, from the pain of not having that person in your life anymore, then it's gonna be really hard. It's gonna be a very big burden on your chest, is what I think. So yeah, that's all I'm trying to say, is just heal first and then move on and let go. Also, another thing that I want to talk about is seeing your ex with someone else. I think that brings a whole nother level of pain that you never knew existed. Because I know the kind of person she is, and I know that she probably is dating someone else by now. And if she is dating someone else, it really does bring a whole another level of pain that I didn't knew was there. Because seeing her happy, seeing her smile again, laugh again, and recreating new memories with a significant other person, from that, the frustration, the jealousy, the anger, and I start having these thoughts in my head that, that maybe I didn't mean as much to her, because she's able to just move on and catch feelings for another person just like that, even though it's only been a month or two. Then, like, maybe I didn't mean as much to her, because personally for me, I did try, and when we broke up, I did try to talk to other girls and like try and immediately get back into another relationship to compensate, but it didn't work. It did not work because I still miss her. Like, it just didn't feel right to start talking to other girls and trying to get into another relationship. And I wish I could say that I'm happy for her, but I can't, because, well, we didn't really end the relationship on good terms, and maybe I'm selfish, which I probably am. Like, everyone deserves to be happy, including her, and including you if you're watching this video. So if you're watching this video and you're going through a breakup and maybe you see your ex move on really quick and dating someone else just like that, and it makes you feel like, all the times you spent together, everything that you guys did together, maybe it meant nothing if if he or she is able to just move on just like that, and like nothing happened, like you didn't even exist. It's really gut wrenching. And if you are going through something like that, I just want to encourage you to just hang on as much as you can. It really does suck, and I can't imagine the kind of pain some people go through from their breakups, and it's overwhelming. It's dark, and you're being put in a really dark place. And I just want you to hang on as much as you can, because over time, I promise, over time, it's gonna get easier to live with this pain, and it's not gonna hurt as much anymore, is what I'm hoping for you. And just try your best to hang on. I promise you things will get better, and this is not the end of your story. We have to trust that there will be better days ahead, and we have to cling on to the hope that there will be better days. And I think that's the only way to get through this. Like, I just don't see any way around this. It's tough shit, man. It's tough shit. But we're strong, We're strong. We're gonna crush this breakup. We're gonna crush this healing process. Is what I mean. And that's it for this. And that's it for today's video. That's it for this podcast episode. This is episode 2 of the Lonely Pod. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you have any questions, if you have any stories that you want to share, let me know in the comments down below. And thank you so much for sharing your stories from the last podcast. It really did help me a lot to realize that I'm not alone, and it brings some level of comfort knowing that people are going through the same shit. And thank you for everything. And I'll see you guys next week. Take care of yourself. Peace out.